It's Boss Talk. Boss Talk with Tressa Azarel, an award-winning publisher and CEO of Life-Changing Books Incorporated, a movie producer and owner of the Be the Boss program. She transforms dreamers into bosses, writers, and serial entrepreneurs. Learn how to develop your gifts and turn your talents into income with Tressa's unique, practical, and proven perspective on becoming a boss. Log on to TressaAzarel.com. Connect and learn the blueprint of a boss. Boss Talk with Tressa Azarel. Stay connected at TressaAzarel.com.
We here. Come on, man. Make y'all act like that. Yeah. Get excited. We are here. I'm so excited today.
First Boss Talk.
First Boss Talk. I'm grateful.
I'm certainly grateful. I can think of a whole bunch of hashtags right now, okay? Like grateful, thankful, just elated. I mean, listen, I'm so excited about this because so many people want to be bosses. They just don't know how to boss up. And so this is the show that's going to teach them how to do it, keep them motivated, and we're going to have fun in the process.
A whole bunch of fun. I'm excited about tonight. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about so many things because for so long we think in order to be a boss, you have to be some type of entertainer or you have to be an athlete or you have to be a crack dealer in order to get some money. But I'm grateful for your witness and for what you've been doing and how you've been educating and teaching people. So what better platform and who better to share topics and talents with our individuals than yourself? I'm grateful.
I'm excited.
Thank you so very much.
I'm thankful for everybody that's here. I'm thankful for the guests that's coming on tonight.
Yes, ma'am. We got a big show tonight. We got a very big show. We're in a very big time, a very busy time. You got a Secrets premiere coming.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
On the 16th.
Yeah, that's literally like, in what? 11 days?
11 days.
11 days.
11 days.
We'll be on BET, so make sure you watch. I need everybody to have a watch party, okay?
Absolutely.
I'm checking houses and everything, okay?
Then we shoot another movie in about 2 weeks.
Yep. Sinners Wanted. So
tell me something. I'm familiar with you. I'm a #1 fan. I want to know and understand, how did we get to this point? I mean, you are a phenomenal woman. You have, oh my God, the story. I love telling it. I got pregnant. They said I can't work.
Pregnant?
Not me.
Oh.
They say you can't. They say you can't work, and you write a book, and from there it's boom. Like.
Yeah, so for people who don't really know a lot about me, I'm Tressa Azarel Smallwood. Back in 2001, I was a school teacher. And so during that time, I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just didn't know exactly, how to go about becoming an entrepreneur. So in my mind, I kept saying I want to, I have all these business ideas. I just didn't know what to do. And so I found out that I was pregnant with my daughter, who is now getting ready to be 16. And at that time, the doctor put me on bed rest. And he said, you need to stay on bed rest for 6 months. And I'm going 6 months. That's like a death sentence for me. So anyway, I got on, got myself on bed rest, got my little remote, got my bell so my husband could bring me my food when I ring the bell. But at the end of the day, I decided to write a book. And that one book changed my life, literally. I was able to learn how to write and publish the book. Back then, people thought self-publishing was like, the end of the world. They were like, you can't get a book deal, you can't publish yourself. Well, that changed everything for me. I was the first person to be able to really step out and do this and start my own publishing house in a time where other people thought that it was horrible. And that one book turned into a multi-million-dollar publishing house.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited. One book. So never listen to naysayers, because I had a lot of naysayers who told me you can't do it, not a good idea, don't quit your job, what about your health insurance, what about your life insurance? And I chose entrepreneurship. So for everybody who's listening out there today, make sure if it's really what you want to do, learn how to go get it and make sure you study your industry. It can happen.
So this is a platform I want to move expeditiously because we got a lot to cover tonight. We got a lot of special guests. I don't want everybody sitting here looking at me.
Right.
We got a lot of special guests tonight. But what I want to do is kind of set up the platform of what this show is really about.
Absolutely.
Boss Talk will focus on elements of business, on elements of entertainment, on elements of anything empowering that will be able to help some individuals who have an idea.
Absolutely.
To go, whatever, start a business, don't want to start a business, whatever it is that you want to do. Tressa, I know for me personally, I have started and failed at so many businesses.
Me too.
And it wasn't because the business wasn't a good idea.
Right.
But I didn't have the understanding that I needed. I didn't have the wisdom that I needed. My pastor says a lot. Shout out to Mike Freeman. My pastor says a lot. You can only live at the level you've been taught.
Absolutely.
So a lot of people have great businesses and have great business ideas, but they haven't been taught. Share with us how you came up with, I want to educate people, and then started creating so many wealth principles and so many individuals that are now multimillionaires.
Yeah, so for starters, I'm a school teacher at heart. I have a master's in education. And so when I left the industry, it didn't, it's still in my heart. So no matter what I do, I don't care if I'm on a movie set, I don't care if I'm teaching people how to write a book, I'm always going to educate. And so for me, when I started with Boss Talk, I said, you know what? I end up talking to people who a lot of times will say, I have an idea, but I don't know how to execute it. Then I'll have people who say, I started my business, but it failed because I didn't have the right tools. I didn't have the right resources. Then I'll have people who listen to Boss Talk. They are entrepreneurs. They are on their third and fourth businesses, and they just want to grow. They want to learn, maybe it's branding. They want to learn, how do I get into this industry over here? How do I find funding? That's the purpose of bringing on all of these phenomenal guests, because we're going to learn from our guests as well.
Absolutely. So we got a lot of, mind you, this live. So we have we live. It's our first time. We have a lot of show formats. Neither of us are radio. Well, I did a little bit of radio. Shout out to Heaven 1580.
Right.
Back in the days, but I wasn't running things.
Right.
I didn't produce and set up shows and things of that. Matt did that, our camera guy. What's up, Matt?
Shout out to Matt.
Shout out to Matt. Get a shot, man. Show the people what's happening. Man, this is reality radio.
Matt set me up, by the way. I had one meeting like 6 days ago, and they said, we're going to do Boss Talk. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now, this is what this really is. Okay.
One meeting.
One meeting.
So we're going to move to commercials. We're going to let these little situations run, and then we have a lot of guests coming for you. I want to talk about this young lady that's coming to the show. Tell us about her.
Yes.
Please.
Oh, my goodness. Kira Dior. Phenomenal lady. I mean, first of all, let's just talk about her age, okay? She's 21, okay? 20. Oh, my God. Okay, somebody just fan me for a second. She's 20.
Oh, Lord.
She is 20, and this woman is going to be a billionaire by the time she's 30.
Hey, well, we definitely want to hear that.
Mark my words. And her mother's over there shouting because we're going to fly. Where we going? To Italy? Where we going? Next
Mama.
That's right.
Hey, look, so y'all, you on Facebook Live right now, or you on the Periscope app, or you're on
Periscope.
What is it?
Yeah, we on
Facebook
everything.
Live, Twitter. Tell them what you're on.
Yeah, we're on everything. So follow me, CEO Azarel. That's my social media name on everything. Right now we're on Periscope. We're on Facebook Live, and of course,
WBGI Entertainment on Facebook Live. Listen, go share right now. We're going to take a little break. You can type your friends. You can send them a little text. You can say, hey, they about to give you a whole bunch of law, a whole bunch of wisdom right now with CEO Azarel. Y'all do that right here, right now. Go share. We'll be back after these messages.
Why not travel in style with the premier luxury transportation experience, Luxury Rides International? Whether it's corporate travel, weddings, or a night on the town, Luxury Rides International draws from their more than 20 years of experience to provide upscale service to each of their clients. Currently, they're featuring the stylish Mercedes Sprinter limousine with extra-large full-length double-style seating with state-of-the-art audio and video technology, surround sound, Wi-Fi and smart TVs in the front and rear, powerful subwoofers, also featuring ACB touchpad controls with Maybach-style indirect lighting with a refreshment bar, custom privacy blinds with a rear partition wall for privacy. For your next group outing, call Luxury Rides International at 1-844-207-7746. That's 1-844-207-7746. Or email luxuryridesinternational@gmail.com. Boss Talk with Tressa Azarel. Stay connected at TressaAzarel.com.
All right, welcome back to Boss Talk. I'm CJ Blair. This is Tressa Azarel, the CEO, the boss of all bosses, the teacher of all teachers. And we are here with this phenomenal young lady. I want to hear this story. I'm over it. I don't got nothing to say. Tressa, please.
Yes. So listen, Kira Dior, she's the owner of Kira Dior Treasures. She is phenomenal. She's actually the person who laid. What other words can I use of what you did to my hair, honey?
Slayed your hair, yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Kira Dior, and I just want to thank everyone for the opportunity of bringing me on today. I really appreciate it. I'm 20 years old. I started doing hair when I was 11 years old. Started doing hair, selling candy in high school, elementary school, all the way from elementary school to high school. That gave me money to invest into my business. I started making wigs as just starting in my salon, and I had this one particular client that she lost her hair, and I didn't know why. I was only about 15 years old, and I didn't know why. She came and got her hair done, got a weave, and her hair came out, and I didn't know what to do. I ran to my mom and said, what is going on? You know, I've never had a client that has lost their hair just like this on the spot. So what I did, I tried to take the weave out, said, well, let's try something different. Let's try a quick weave. Okay. And so we did that, and her hair still came out. And I said, well, I've never tried to make a wig before, but I'm going to try to do this. And she told me on the spot, you know, I didn't tell you that I had cancer and I'm going through treatment. Oh, wow. And I said, oh my goodness, you know, I spoke to my mom and said, you know, what is this? You know, she explained to me everything on what was going on, and I said, well, let me try to make a wig. And I tried to make a wig, and literally it took her through her whole chemotherapy treatment, and she said it changed her life tremendously. At first, I wanted to be an anesthesiologist because I wanted to help people. And this brought me into, I do hair. I love doing hair, something that I love doing, and it made me feel like I can still help people doing this. I can still be a hair doctor. I can still, you know, help people and put a smile on women's faces. I mean, your hair is your temple. You wake up, and if your hair isn't,
you don't even feel right.
You don't feel right. So I mean, I was able to help her, and it took her through her chemotherapy, and it changed her life. So from there, I always said I wanted to have a foundation, and my business is growing so much right now. I thank all of my clients.
Hello,
everyone.
ching ching. Talk about secure the bag. Secure the bag.
You know, I'm different. I'm going to be the guy that says what everybody's thinking. So you have this woman. You're compassionate about her. You want to fix her issue. You do that out of the compassion of your heart. But I want to know, how do you turn that passion into a business that's generating the finances that is generating for you right now? How do you make that transition?
The age of 20.
20.
Yes, it was definitely in me from when I was born. I mean, I've had so many businesses from 11 to now that it's definitely not something that's easy that I just woke up to. It's
innate.
Yes.
Can I just mention that her mother and her father, they are like bosses as well?
Oh,
okay, it's just a family full of bosses.
It's boss inside of the
Yes, definitely. It was definitely a plan. It was definitely not just something that I woke up with. I was
and
taught.
That's what generally happens. Though.
Yes.
Like, you know, parents who are bosses, we generally teach our children to be bosses. Like, you won't have a child that you're okay with them just flicking a TV. Like, that's not cool.
Okay, so for all the 9,000 followers and listeners and hundreds of thousands around the country, my father wasn't a boss.
Okay.
My mama wasn't a boss.
Yeah.
I just have a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm tired of working. I'm frustrated. Do I quit my job, Tressa?
The answer is no. Okay. You don't just go in and quit your job, because at the end of the day, you can't think when you can't eat. So it's no point of sitting at the computer when you're hungry and your kids need clothes. There has to be a plan. Whenever I tell my story about how I never went back to work after making $40,000 in the first 2 months, people say, oh my goodness, that's such an inspiring story. And I'm always like, can we just stay real for a moment? I was able to quit my job and not go back to work because I had a husband that was like, it's cool for you to do that. I got you. So you need to have that conversation with your mate, whether you're male, female, whatever is going on. Have that conversation, because somebody has to pay the bills. Somebody has to take care of you.
True.
Okay, so even in Kira's...
But I'm 20.
Yeah, she's 20. She lived at home.
Yes, for me, it's like, in my head, in my mind, I don't have another choice. If you want it if you want to go get it as hard as it is for your next breath, then you're going to get it. You're going to make it.
You're giving me chill bumps right now. You see it?
I mean, I think in my head, if I don't get it today, then I'm not going to have what I want tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to leave something for my family, for my parents that have instilled in me everything. I have to go get it. So I work hard every day. It's been times where I work 72 hours and I don't sleep. 48 hours,
and
24 hours, and I'm
books.
still working.
I've called her when she was on 13 hours, and I said, "Can I get my hair done?"
It's 2 a.m.
What time you want to come? Come on.
Let's go.
So you have this grand idea, because mind you, there are people watching, there are people listening right now that's saying, "Hey, I have an idea. I'm not in the dark about what I want to do. I'm not confused about what my purpose is, what my calling is. But how do I monetize this thing?" So yes, I get it, my husband. I get it, my parents. I get that. I don't quit my job. I understand that. But how do I go to dad for a loan? Do I like? How
depends
did you
on
get to the hair?
Yeah, it
whatever the industry is.
So for Kira, she can tell you how she was able to get her money, but then I'm gonna give you some tips on how the average person gets their money.
My daughter, what's up, Gabby?
Hey, Gabby, you gonna be on the Millionaires Club
hustler.
too, boo.
Like Gabby will hustle anything. Gabby comes home like, "Look, Dad, I want to go buy this tennis shoes cleaner so I can clean my friend's shoes at school for $5. But it's, look, Dad, I need 70.
Right.
So what if you don't? There's somebody right now that has a grand idea, but they don't have that connect.
Absolutely. So for me, what I did starting in elementary school, I said, I need some money. I want to buy this. I want to buy that. I want to get my hair done. But my parents don't always have the money to give to me. So what did I do? I created a business for myself. I know kids in school, they love candy. They always want to eat. And when it's not lunchtime, they can't leave school. I said, well, let me start selling candy. I went from making no money to coming home with at least $100 a day, elementary to 12th grade. And
hold up, pause. Back that up.
Gabby, you got that? Get that candy tonight.
Selling candy.
Hey, Gabby.
Selling candy.
You sell some candy, girl. Yes.
Selling candy, and that gave me the money to save and to invest into my dream, to invest into my business that I want to do, and that's gonna help me, build wealth for myself.
I'm stuck.
No,
you know why I'm really inspired? Because we hear so much about young people, what they do, what they don't do.
Yeah.
And here we have a woman, 20-year-old young girl that's focused, and she's a boss. So that's no excuses.
And she's on her 4th source of income. You guys know I'm always teaching about 7 sources of income. She's on number 4, by the way.
Well, teach us about that, right?
Yeah.
For the person that's listening. Give me those 4 or those 7 sources of income.
My 7 sources, I can give them to you.
Not your 7 sources. What does that mean?
That just means the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. If you have 1 source of income, you're doing yourself a big disservice, because at the end of the day, if your 1 source of income is at a 9-to-5 corporate America, wherever it is, they can give you a pink slip at any moment. Anything can happen. And then what you doing after that? Where's your money coming from? So you got to learn to secure the bag. Okay? Secure it. You need more sources of income.
So how do we, so I got a job.
Yes.
I make wigs.
Yes.
What else do I do in order to secure the bag, as CEO Azarel says? For you.
For me.
Yes.
So my sister and I were very close. So we always say what we need to do. We need to write down our goals, our yearly goals. So we start checking them off our list. We write them down in 4 sections. So in 4 sections, you have it where you break it down into smaller sections. So you feel like I can accomplish this. So anytime when we feel like, dang, we don't have enough money to do this, I'm going to fly to Dubai next month. But do you have all your money? Oh, you still got your job. So what you need to do, you need to create your own income so you can get up. We can go to Dubai. You want to go to Dubai next month? And we gone for 6. Right. But what we do, we have all of our separate incomes. For me, I make wigs. I provide hair services. I have a boutique. I have a consignment shop. I have so many different businesses where
you work on a movie set with that.
Yes, I work on the movie set. I have the honor of working on your movie set. Yes.
20.
Yeah, I was 20. I was 19 actually. Yeah. Yes.
Y'all hear that? Y'all looking at me with a camera.
Get inspired. Get inspired.
Stop making excuses.
Get inspired.
Jesus.
One of my top celebrity clients. She's so dear to my heart. Shaka Khan. I do her hair. I love her, so much.
Shaka Khan?
Yeah.
That's Shaka Khan?
Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan.
Really? I should break dance right here. I got moves to it. I got a bunch of skills. Wait a minute. You're 20 years old. You got 4 different streams of income.
Yes.
You're doing hair for Shaka Khan. Tell me how that happens. How do I get to Shaka Khan?
You literally have to be on your grind at all times. You have to not think about the money, but think about putting in all of the work to help someone more so than thinking about the money that's coming in. If you think about your growth and helping someone, you'll get to that faster than think about, okay, how much money do I have coming in? It will come to you. You know, just be humble, do your work, and help others. Then the success and the wealth will come to you.
So don't chase the bag.
Be humble.
Chase the bag, but be humble.
Tell us. I mean, it's short. It's too short. How can somebody that's watching right now, how can they get in contact with you? Say they want a wig, or they're inspired by your story.
Yes, because it's not all about the wigs. It's also about entrepreneurship. I'm working in the process of starting a book, how to make 100K before you turn 21. Because it's possible. Like she said, before I turn 30, I'm going to be a billionaire. My mom said, wait, a billionaire? You mean a millionaire? No, a billionaire.
You're very confident in how you say. I agree.
And she teaches my baby those. Because, my baby don't want to listen to me. So
I was like, we're going to make 100K, Bailey. What are we doing?
My goodness.
And Bailey, she'll start a job and be ready to quit because she know this not going to make my 100K.
This ain't going to help me to my 100K.
Because before she turns 21, she's going to have 100K in the bank.
So tell us how people can follow you.
People can follow me on Instagram at Styles by Kira Dior. Facebook, Kira Dior Treasures, and you can contact me on that. All those streams of income.
It's ringing in your ears.
It's ringing in my ears. The 100K. But yeah, Styles by Kira Dior on Instagram. Please contact me. All of my information is there, my number and my email. And I'm Kira Dior. Thank you.
And she'll be back on, guys, for more shows. Trust me.
Absolutely.
We got to pay a few more bills, but we'll be back. What's coming up? We got a new section coming up. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all make sure y'all share. Boss Talk is going on now on WBGR.
Log on to TressaAzarel.com. Connect and learn the blueprint of a boss. Boss Talk with Tressa Azarel. Stay connected at TressaAzarel.com. Why not travel in style with the premier luxury transportation experience, Luxury Rides International? Whether it's corporate travel, weddings, or a night on the town, Luxury Rides International draws from their more than 20 years of experience to provide upscale service to each of their clients. Currently, they're featuring the stylish Mercedes Sprinter limousine with extra-large full-length double-style seating with state-of-the-art audio and video technology, surround sound, Wi-Fi and smart TVs in the front and rear, powerful subwoofers, also featuring ECB touchpad controls with Maybach-style indirect lighting with a refreshment bar, custom privacy blinds with a rear partition wall for privacy. For your next group outing, call Luxury Rides International at 1-844-207-7746. That's 1-844-207-7746. Or email luxuryridesinternational@gmail.com. It's Boss Talk. Boss Talk with Tressa Azarel, an award-winning publisher and CEO of Life-Changing Books Incorporated, a movie producer and owner of the Be the Boss program. She transforms dreamers into bosses, writers, and serial entrepreneurs. Learn how to develop your gifts and turn your talents into income with Tressa's unique, practical, and proven perspective on becoming a boss. Log on to TressaAzarel.com.
Oh, okay, we're back now. In this portion of, thank y'all. I'm still flabbergasted. That's the word? That's the right word to use? I'm still flabbergasted about this 20-year-old that set her mind and said, I'm going to make $1 billion. And how to make 100,000. Yeah, let me transition, man. I did something wrong. I did something extremely wrong. I am 40 plus. And I ain't make my first 100 before yes, I did, but it caused me to go somewhere that I didn't really want to go to. I done made more than 100, but and I did a lot of 100 days too. So, thank you all for coming back here, listening to us on WBGI Radio. Boss Talk with CEO Azarel. This portion of the show, I'm so ecstatic and excited about this portion of the show. A few years back, probably like 10, 15 years ago, I decided to launch out in this business called ministry. Yeah, I said business called ministry because there is a marketplace inside of ministry. Unfortunately, I didn't make a lot of money because I wasn't in it for the money. I was in it to touch people's lives and impact folks in underserved and overlooked communities. However, I always needed my wife to help me. Now, what I discovered is that my wife is very, very smart. However, she's smarter than me, but I'm the boss. So it's kind of hard to be the CEO and the husband when your wife is smarter than you. So this segment, I definitely wanted to put something in position. When I talk to Sam, I'm like, you see me stuttering because my wife is out there. But me and Ebony would argue a lot. Like, we would argue a lot about, no, I think it's supposed to go this way. No, it's supposed to go this way. It was just a constant struggle. So I'm like, you know what? I can't work with my wife. So I wanted to create a section because I know I ain't the only one that has struggles working with their wife. Am I?
Well, it doesn't work for me.
It doesn't work for you. Okay. So this segment of Boss Talk, this is for those of you, we have a lot of couples. We see a lot of power couples, especially nowadays on Facebook and multi-level marketing and so forth and so on. So this section is called Bae in Business. How do you stay my bae and you stay my business partner? And we have, who we got in here, Tressa?
We have James and Erana Tyler.
She got to look that way.
I'm just a little cross-eyed tonight, y'all.
Don't worry about
me. Everybody. We have my good friends, okay? James and Erana Tyler. I look up to them. They are amazing. They grind so hard. You know how sometimes late at night, like 3, 4 in the morning, you know it's only like 10 people up other than you? Well, they definitely up and they getting it. So please welcome them. Please. Love y'all.
Hey.
I'm so excited. And so, you know, we wanted them to come on the show today because it's really, really difficult. I know for me, the times that I've worked with my husband, he's like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And next thing you know, I'm like, well, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And then you're like, well, we going out tonight? We going on a date? Like, it was tough for me. Right. It just did not work. Even to this day, certain things, you know, he still helps me in my business, but he's helping when I'm not there. We're very rarely like right there doing the same job together. And so I always admire couples who can make it work. And I know you guys grind together, so you got to share your secrets. Like, tell us what you do starting out, because some people may not know what you do. Right. So tell us, you know, what business you all run together and how you make it work.
Okay, thanks for introducing us. I'm Erana Tyler. I do health and wellness. Network marketing. I'm with It Works Global, which is a health and wellness company. I've been with the company. Actually, my anniversary was yesterday.
Wow.
5 years in the game.
Honey, and I can't wait for her to get to the money part, but you know, she gonna tell you.
My husband and I, we both do the business together, and then we also have J&J. So you can.
Yes, I'm James Tyler, and one of the CEOs of J&J Entertainment Group, and we also do It Works Together.
Yes.
And I do a 9 to 5, and part of a movie.
Multiple sources of income.
Yeah,
multiple sources.
Multiple sources of income.
Shout out to the collective.
Already started it.
So, we happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yes. So tell me this. When you started this business 5 years ago, was that the first time you all decided to work together?
Yeah, no, because he started J&J how long ago?
9 years ago.
9 years ago.
Okay.
So when he started J&J with his other business partner, John, you know, I was there to help support, you know, hand out flyers and share on social media, you know, do all that type of work. So we worked together when we was doing J&J.
But she's been helping me way before J&J.
Yeah, even before that.
I've been in this game a minute.
I love it. Love it. And so what do you think is the secret? Because a lot of people, they can't work together with their boo if they want to stay their boo. It just doesn't work. So just tell us, what are some of the secrets?
The secret is he knows what part to play. I know what part to play. You know, with my health and wellness company, I pretty much run everything.
Okay.
He helps a lot. But again, he has so much going on. You know, he has the J&J, and he has the collective group, which is the acting group. And then, you know, and then he has a 9 to 5. So it's not too much.
Which we're going to talk about in a minute because
it's not too much that he can do like I am. You know, I'm 100% into the business, and you know, if I need him to promote anything, you know, he's out sharing the opportunity. He's out sharing the products, you know, when we're out and about, handing out our business cards. He likes to travel with me when we have our conventions. You know, so we do that together, and you know, he just know what part to play in it. So I'm pretty much like 100%. He does like probably what, 40.
know your lane.
So,
I know my lane.
So this question is for you, Jamie.
Yes, ma'am.
What would you say to the males, the husbands, right? The boyfriends who date bosses, female bosses? How can they, because that's really tough for some guys.
Yeah, I'm actually getting used to it now. It was hard for me early on.
But what was hard for you? Like,
because I've always ran the house.
Okay.
Made sure the bills was paid. Got the kids, straight
Right.
for whatever they had going on. And then this woman here just came out of nowhere, and it's like, whoa.
He bossed
and
up.
I actually love it, because now I just sit back and watch a little bit.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, I love it,
like
actually.
when it's time to go and get, you might get the nice box and take the bow off, and it's
Right.
like something real good in there.
It was always him.
Yeah.
And this was my first network marketing business. I've never done direct sales before. It was always 9 to 5. So when I came into the business, I was like, do I know what to do? Am I sure this is going to work for me? And then once I started getting into it and I saw, how much I was getting paid, and, I was like, oh, wow,
Did he believe in it from the start? Because I know that in network marketing, sometimes people don't believe that it works. You know how you get all those naysayers?
Well, listen to this. He was the one that actually was introduced to the business. He came home and told me about it and said, hey, I think this is something that you should get into. I was the one that was like, oh, no, not me. I was the skeptic. But he was like, I think you should do this. I was already working out. I was already into fitness. So he was like, this ties into what you're already doing. So I went
Best
on and
decision
dived
you
in.
probably ever made as far as business, right?
The best decision I've ever made.
I love it.
So it works. So you weren't into health and wellness, or you were into health and wellness prior to.
Well,
getting
working
into
out.
business.
I was, always in shape and, just working out every day.
Do it really work?
Yeah,
I needed to work. I know it work. I'm just saying. I'm sitting here looking at this monitor.
We need
my
the
stomach.
pictures, y'all. I'm going to post some pictures on my IG tonight.
Jesus.
My new
Look, I'm
slogan
40,
is always, what would
but that's
Raina
not
eat?
showing everything.
Listen, where are those pictures of those abs? Okay?
Did we even send pictures
Listen.
of abs?
Raina, do you know
I
how
wanna-
I always tell the people when they say, do you want to eat? I'm like, what would Raina eat? That's my slogan. What would
What
she
would
eat?
Raina eat?
What would Raina eat?
But you know what? I try to watch what I eat, but I'm not like counting calories and things like. So the products that we have, they helps with the fat and the foods, and it keeps you on track. So
what's the number one product that I need to get?
Well, our flagship product is the Ultimate Body Applicator, which is the wrap. So what are you trying to do? That's what I need to ask you. What's your goals?
I just want to be fine.
You already fine.
You already stop it. We don't want to talk
I
to
want to
Tressa
get
no more.
I want to get my abs right.
So you want the wraps.
So that's what I
The
need.
tight and tone and firm. Yeah.
What do we
And you
do with
already doing
this?
exercise and stuff.
Right here. This part.
You don't have much. I can put a wrap.
So I hold my
on.
breath like this.
Let me go get a wrap out my
See, I'm
bag.
nice.
I'm doing a little bit better.
I'm holding my breath, but if I breathe, it's over.
But can you believe over 10 years ago, I was like a size 12.
I
was
saw the pictures.
unhealthy,
I saw the
go a
pictures.
flight of steps, I couldn't breathe, bend over, try to lace my boots up, I was out of breath, so we had to make that change, health-wise,
Yeah.
because I'm getting older,
Yeah.
and I lost, I'm down to a size 4, from a size 12 to a size 4, but I was able to maintain with the products.
Yes. Yes.
Here you go. That woman wife in here. Y'all just gonna hand me the thing. I don't know who it is.
Can
I'm
you
like,
get close up on
who
that?
is this?
Can we just please for just
that
a
woman
second?
husband in here.
Yes.
Y'all playing games with me, man.
Yes.
That got me a lot of business,
Oh,
too.
it turned off? Oh, wait a minute.
Don't set me up like
There we
that,
are.
man. Here, give me
Yeah,
some
that's not a game right there.
I didn't
Whoa.
pay attention.
But see, that's working out and using the product. So I would never tell anybody, oh, just put this on or just take this. You got to make it a lifestyle. So,
That's what I love about you. Here's the other thing. I know that you might have to correct my dates, but you all won an award. You made it to the Millionaires Club.
Yes,
Okay,
we
you
did.
just please share and tell us how other people can get into this Millionaires Club with you.
So, like I said, I've never done network marketing before. Came into the business. It's been 5 years as of yesterday. Coming straight from corporate America, dove right into the business. Less than 4 years, actually. We was able to make over $1 million in this company. And,
God
like I
is
said,
good.
before coming into this company, we have a story like, 9 to 5, getting up early, coming home late, working long hours, living paycheck to paycheck, paying bills, don't have
even
much.
say that word.
I mean,
paycheck to
everybody.
paycheck. It makes me sick. I'm
Yeah,
busy. I'm dizzy. That's why I got to get these streams coming in.
And we had to make a change. And this business really helped us. And we only invested $99 to join. And we made over $1 million.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
That sounds good, don't it?
Yeah.
You put $99.
And that was less to
Oh my
join,
God.
right?
No, it's not. It's still $99.
It's still $99.
$99.
You need to tell them how to
We
join
did a
you.
promo
You done
last
flipped to
month
$1 million.
for $10 to get people to join.
$10.
Did a lot of people
$4
join?
million.
I enrolled like maybe 32 people in
Wow.
just a week.
Well,
This
why
is
only
ridiculous.
32 people? Is it because people still they don't get
A
it?
lot of people don't get it. I mean, like I said, I was skeptic. You know,
Yeah.
I was the one that was like, is this going to really work? Like, what is
Yeah.
this? So I was like that. You know,
Yeah.
he was the one that was like, oh, you need to do this. He
I'm the
gave
one
me
put the 99 up.
You
to
put the
get
99
started
up.
Because I was
I could do
Like,
that.
she was like, I ain't doing that.
And I'm going to tell you,
I
a
said,
lot of
yes,
people
you are.
just don't have 99. I didn't have 99 when it was time for me to pay. So people just don't have the money, you know, and they'll tell you, oh, you know, I want to do this, but I just don't have the money right now. But you'll spend it on food,
Money.
you'll go shopping, buy some
Yeah.
shoes, and people just don't see that this is
Get
a
some new
life-changing business.
eyelashes.
Right.
Okay.
They spend it on the wrong
Can we just
thing.
talk about all the things that people can go and buy instead of investing in themselves? Like
Right.
that's crazy. I talk about that all the time. If you won't invest in yourself, you're not gonna get anybody else to invest in you. You're not gonna get other people to pay attention to
Absolutely.
your business because you're not investing in yourself.
You gotta invest in yourself, and that's what we did, and this is where we are.
I love it. I love it. Could you see yourself going back to a 9 to 5?
Never.
I sweep streets first.
Never. And that's why you said additional income, 7 streams of income. That's what we're doing. I would never go back to working for someone else ever again.
Yeah. So one of my goals on this show is to really help entrepreneurs who work 9 to 5 and they really want to transition, but we want them to transition the right way. We want them to really think about it.
Right.
So that brings me to Jamie. We talk about it often about the fact that he's going to be able to retire with a hefty paycheck. And so it doesn't make sense for him to leave his 9 to 5 at this point, even though he has all these other streams of income. So this is why I always tell people, think, okay? Don't just jump out the window and do something that doesn't make any sense at all. So Jamie, can you just speak about that for a minute? You know, just, you know, why you said I'm definitely going to, you know, roll with this until I retire.
Right. Well, when she started, I had 15 years of service. So, you know, I was like, okay, that's her little thing. She can do it. Then when she walked away from the government, I was like, okay, this is getting a little interesting. So now I had like 17 on by then, something like that. And then it was like 8 more, leave, you know. And then I'm still that bullheaded, like, man, I'm not asking her for no money.
Right.
I looked, and I said, nah, I got to finish this. Plus, I put a lot of years
Yes.
with my life on the line on these streets to just walk away, you know what I mean? So,
Shout out to all the police officers out there.
right, thank you. So,
Yeah, shout out to the police.
but what I did do,
Shout out to the police. I train police, like I train school. That's my business. Like I train law enforcement all over the country on how to engage urban youth.
yeah, they need that. That's
So,
big right
yeah,
now, too.
diversity
And
training.
hats off to you for that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So the penitentiary worked for something. Now,
But I'm at 20 now, and I recently, as of last week, I left the homicide unit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I have a real 9 to 5, weekends off.
So now we can write that book.
We can do it. Yeah,
No excuses, baby.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, we all gonna write
So
this.
I'm celebrating that still.
That's awesome. Well, I can just tell you all this. So my dad has been chief of police in a lot of different places, and he got about 4 retirement checks. So
That's right.
never
I
leave
forgot
that good
about
check
that.
if you're a police officer, okay?
Yeah.
That's good. That's
I had 25 and 5 plus I had 5 federal before I even started. So I retired with
Cha-ching.
30. Yeah.
All I'm saying, I'm just hearing cha-ching.
And I'm glad you brought that up because, you know, people will say, well, you're a millionaire. You guys are millionaires. Why is he still working?
Millionaires are smart. Okay, do you realize the average millionaire has 7 sources of income, and the average millionaire is not walking around wearing all of their assets
Names.
on their
Right.
assets. Okay,
oh, that's dope.
they don't spend all of their money on themselves and material things. They build wealth and they leave it for their children.
Absolutely.
Tell us how we can follow you all.
Well, we're on both Facebook and Instagram, so you can follow me, Erana Tyler. I keep it simple so you can find me. We also have one together, which is James and Erana on
Tyler.
Instagram.
Tyler's on
and
the
James and Erana Tyler on Facebook.
It's that on Instagram too.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, mine is at J&J Int Group JT, and then it's at J&J Int Group. Just that's for the business.
And
I'm gonna put both of them on our pages too. Yes.
Our website is
right
JamieAndErana.com.
Oh.
It was right there.
It'll come.
Shout out to the champ, 50 and 0.
Yes, tell us about this, man. So you got J&J Entertainment, right?
Yes.
I see pictures. You have a beautiful family. You're with the champ. I see you on Instagram. I see you with Mayweather. I see your son at Future concerts.
Right.
your son was jamming too.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, man.
Man, I just try to enjoy life, man, and from the moves I've made over the years have blessed me to put me in these people's presence to where we're actually friends. And I recently was invited to his home while I was in Vegas. And his staff, they all know me. They love Jason. I just try to be a good person, man, everywhere I go. And people recognize it. They see social media, and then when they see you in person, they're like, oh, okay, that's the guy, da-da-da. And we all cool now. And it's not just Floyd. I done met Mari Hardwick years ago, Boris Kojo, Idris, you name it. Just from doing this entertainment stuff and doing good business. That's the key.
Yeah.
Speak on that. Good business.
Just making sure they're taken care of, the money's right, the event is a success, no issues. They remember that, and then we do them again in different cities. They remember, oh, okay, y'all the guys from DC, da-da-da. And then before you know it, we walking around Miami, they like, hey, Jay. And I'm looking at Boris Kojo. Like, it's crazy. When we was just down there, yeah.
That's amazing. Well, man, I appreciate you guys for coming through.
I'm excited. I'm excited about these raps. When we start?
Yes, I can actually rap.
Yeah, I'm going to get rap. We're gonna
always be prepared,
right? That's another thing people don't understand.
You got to be prepared
okay?
all the time.
Well, if you have a product, you better keep your product on you. It better be in your trunk, in your purse.
And be a product of the product.
Yes.
Be a product of the product. Hey, keep sharing. We got a little bit more time left on the show. Thank you again for coming.
Thank you for having us.
God bless you, man. I'm so happy, man.
Appreciate you.
I love y'all.
We love you. We got to pay a little bit more bills, but we'll be right back. Share.
Log on to TressaAzarel.com. Connect and learn the blueprint of a boss. Boss Talk with Tressa Azarel. Stay connected at TressaAzarel.com. Why not travel in style with the premier luxury transportation experience, Luxury Rides International? Whether it's corporate travel, weddings, or a night on the town, Luxury Rides International draws from their more than 20 years of experience to provide upscale service to each of their clients. Currently, they're featuring the stylish Mercedes Sprinter limousine with extra-large full-length double-style seating with state-of-the-art audio and video technology, surround sound, Wi-Fi and smart TVs in the front and rear, powerful subwoofers, also featuring ECB touchpad controls with Maybach-style indirect lighting with a refreshment bar, custom privacy blinds with a rear partition wall for privacy. For your next group outing, call Luxury Rides International at 1-844-207-7746. That's 1-844-207-7746. Or email luxuryridesinternational@gmail.com.
What's happening? We are back. I enjoyed it.
I am so excited. I get excited when I hear about people following their dreams. Like, that excites me. Because the reality is, it's nothing worse than watching somebody sit and wait to retirement, wait to die. Live your life now. Follow your dreams now.
Tressa, you are so, I don't know. I'll tell you off air, but there's some people right now that's watching this broadcast. There's some people that are listening to this broadcast that have been inspired as a result of your life, as a result of this show, as a result of these guests. But I want you to speak to the person that wants to be a boss. I have an idea. I'm not in the dark. Like, just take us how you would be on your Periscope, shooting that law to these people.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, Periscope, okay? Let's just talk about that for a minute. I need everybody to make sure they're following me on Periscope. CEO Azarel. That's AZAREL. That's my chance where I just get on there and I just talk crazy. I just give it to you straight. Like, no, you have to have somebody in your life who tells you the truth. And so sometimes when you're being lazy, sometimes when you're procrastinating, I'm that person. So you need to follow my Periscope and go back and watch some of the previous recordings as well, because a lot of those will help. But at the end of the day, I think what's really important is somebody who wants to follow their dreams, they have an idea, but they don't know how to implement it. It's all about trying to figure out, is it the right dream for me? Because sometimes you come up with a dream or a goal and it's not even for you. You following somebody else's dream. Because the reality is, a lot of us, we follow social media, and some people make it look too easy. So I'll get people who will call me and they'll say, "Oh my goodness, can you help me? Because I'm going to start shooting my movie next week. I know you just shot a movie." And I'm going, "Next week?" Like, do you know the blood, sweat, and tears that comes along with that? A lot of times you don't understand what somebody else has actually gone through. And so you need to figure out, before you even start down this path, is this dream really for you? Where did it come from? Is it something that you're passionate about? What is your purpose in life? So that's where you have to start. You know, like, so for me, I think about, what's my purpose? Well, guess what? We know that I write books. We know that I publish other authors. We know I can start multi-million-dollar companies from ground up very easily. Right? We know that I can produce movies. Well, guess what? None of those things are necessarily my purpose. My purpose is to teach. My purpose is to inspire. And I know that because anytime you're looking for your purpose, start asking yourself, what is it that I would do for free? Like right now, is there anything that you would do for free and if you didn't get paid for it?
Absolutely.
What would that be?
What I'm doing.
That's your purpose.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I know that that's my purpose. If somebody told me to go and sit on a movie set for 14 and 16 hours a day and work for somebody for free, that's not my purpose. I'm not doing that. I'm not your girl.
Wow.
So I think people need to start there and make sure that it's what you want to do, that it's going to make you happy, and not just jumping on the next boat just because it looks good, just because somebody else is doing it. And you just heard us talk about Kira Dior, and she's making these wigs, and you heard us say that she's billionaire bound. Don't go start making wigs, people, okay, if you don't know what you're doing.
That's true.
Okay?
That's true.
Because you're going to set somebody's head up, and it's going to be a situation, okay? So follow your dream, not somebody else's. And so even for me, I get people all the time. I teach classes a lot, right? So I'll get people who will hop on my calls, they'll listen to my story, and the next thing you know, they are saying the same words that I'm saying. They're doing the same, and I'm going, be inspired, but do you.
Wow.
So that's really, really important. Okay. And so obviously on this show, each week we're going to take you through different things that you need to know to be a boss. But that's number one right there. Be true to yourself. Do you. Because you trying to be somebody else is not going to work out for you. So for me, I think when I started out on my entrepreneurial journey, writing books was not necessarily my purpose, but it got me into entrepreneurship. Because I was at home on bed rest. And so I was like, okay, well, what is it that I'm going to do? I'm not going to sit here and just, watch TV. I'm not going to just let the time pass away. I'm going to do something productive. And so I chose to write a book because I was skilled at writing, and it was something that I could do. I didn't even know that I was going to be successful with it, honestly. It was just like, look, let me just try to make this happen. And it did, and it worked out for me. From there, I had to start implementing those business skills that you need to make a business successful.
Wow, Tressa, where did the time go?
Hey,
It's all our time to the next time. But how can we get in contact with you? How do people stay in contact with you? Because I know my phone is blowing up. I see the numbers running all through the site. The numbers is good. The viewership. This is our first time out. The viewership is looking very good. Yay!
Shout out to God. Okay.
How do they get down?
Yep. So it's very easy. Yep. www.Tressa, Tressa, Azarel, Azarel.com. And then you can follow me on social media too. If you're watching the show, I need you to tag me on my social media pages and tell me what you think. This was our first time, so we need to know how do we do.
That's right. This is live. This is live. But that's all our time. To the next time. Listen, make sure you go to TressaAzarel.com if you need the trainings or anything. Listen, if you don't,
Free classes.
Free classes,
free
man.
classes on
Get
that
the
site.
wisdom, get the understanding, get the knowledge, get what you need, get the blueprint to be a boss. This is all our time. To the next time. I'm CJ Blair. This is Tressa Azarel, the CEO, and we love you. God bless you. BET, the 16th, Secrets.
Yes.
Make sure you get there.
It's Boss Talk. Boss Talk with Tressa Azarel, an award-winning publisher and CEO of Life-Changing Books Incorporated, a movie producer and owner of the Be the Boss program. She transforms dreamers into bosses, writers, and serial entrepreneurs. Learn how to develop your gifts and turn your talents into income with Tressa's unique, practical, and proven perspective on becoming a boss. Log on to TressaAzarel.com. Connect and learn the blueprint of a boss. Boss Talk with Tressa Azarel. Stay connected at TressaAzarel.com.